Welcome viewers back to Phoenix Point with Corknut, where in last episode we stole some plans from New Jericho, or we, the B team in both the Inaccessible and the Carrier, who they have Scooby in the carrier there. Those guys are going to head back to base for a little bit. There is a vehicle bay here. Medical bay is still under construction, so hopefully it takes them 3 hours to get there. We'll send them there. They do have some minor injuries. We'll let them get healed. The C teams are up here. Both the chariot and the other one. Where's the other one? This one, the scout. The chariot and the scout. They're teaming up to just do some explorations for a little while. They're okay. We also have the masked manticore heading over here past Greenland over Phoenix Bravo, which maybe we want to unlock soon if we can figure out how to get more materials. Phoenix Bravo, or masked manticore, are heading down to Phoenix Point 1, which the Pandorans are going to reach in 13 hours. We'll keep an eye on that, because if the Pandorans get to this base before we do, we're going to want to go in here and demolish all these facilities to recoup some of the materials we would otherwise lose if Pandorans overrun a base that doesn't have protection. We will keep a very close eye on that. We also have the gift. The gift here is waiting for this Ispida to finish. We also had to make a new Gungnir because we accidentally shot one out of the C team's hands in a disastrous scavenging mission not too long ago. Finally, we have Tenuous, who is over here about to reach New Jericho and trade for some materials for us. Since the A-team is probably not going to reach South America in time to save this base, I think they're going to still head down there, because I did notice that there's a rich corrupted scavenging site down here, which we might want to investigate. Plus, it's probably a good time to send them to these antediluvian sites and finally get some sort of income going there. Or I don't think we'll even start income yet, but at least we'll have them unlocked. We do have one antediluvian site unlocked, and it's actually this one here. Protein Butane Refinery, which actually might make more sense to just abandon this Phoenix Point base and have the A-team head to that Protein Butane Refinery. Let's give it a few hours and make sure whether or not we're going to make it before we make a decision there. I think everybody now has a target. We're currently researching medical nanites. Let's go and see if we can get through this. Fort Andraste, we're going to do a trade here, tech for materials. That gets us a nice bit of materials, but we're still far from rich. I think we're going to send you here for your next one. And you'll get there before anything else happens, so we'll do another trade. It's starting to look more like it. Still not enough to make everything we need, but I think we can start sending you toward Synedrian Havens now to try to pick up some more tech. Looks like they have a little bit out here for us. Yeah, all of these seems to have replenished, so let's send you to this one that's furthest away. And then we'll keep an eye on, how many hours? 11 hours to go. Let's keep an eye on that clock. And maybe keep Masked Manticore here in our sights. Or we could reach the beautiful game exploration site the chariot sets down on an old soccer pitch in the middle of an abandoned stadium. or football as most of the world knows it. Long ago, people played sports here before the world went to ruin. Forget about scavenging and play soccer in the stadium, or we could search the stadium. I think I just said stadium. Soccer in the stadium. Okay, we could just hang out and play. Maybe that'll rejuvenate our spirits, or we could search the stadium. I don't think these guys have very low spirits or need a stamina refresh, so I'm going to have them search. Great. Dismantling the few functional parts of the stadium feels strangely destructive, but at least our operatives will be bringing home a few things that we can use. 200 materials. Yeah, maybe we should have had them play soccer. Maybe that would have been better. I'm not sure. I've never seen that one before. Let's have the chariot and the other one, the scout. Let's have the chariot and the scout. Head out of there. A medical facility here, maybe sending them to a brief stop there and getting everybody completely healed up is a good idea. Symes Memorial Base it is. There's also a Synedrian site on the way there, but they don't really have anything that we want, just food. We're not going to buy food from Synedrian. Never happens. 11 hours. Tenuous is moving. Guess we'll watch the Manicore countdown. That's just our guys arriving here at Phoenix Logistics B. That will repair Scooby, so we'll let that go. I think we still have a while before the med bay. Oh, it's only 11 minutes till the med bay is finished being constructed, so they'll get some healing there too. Back on this side of the world, 10 hours to go. Yeah, we're just over Greenland. I don't think we're going to make it 9 hours. Medical bay complete just as they arrived. That will give them some time to recuperate. 9 hours to go. 6 hours. 5 hours. Okay, 5 hours, and the other team is arriving at Symes Memorial Base. The other teams, I should say, that's the chariot. T. Nectarius Ripper, a level 1 assault, is wounded. We also have Armus here who's wounded, so both of those could use a tiny bit of recovery, and then we'll send them out for more exploration. There is a scavenging site here, but these guys are so low level, like, they're just going to get destroyed on any real mission we send them to, which is kind of a risk even for going out here if they get ambushed, but at least we need to be finding discovery sites for them. We could also consider making training facilities. In fact, with 5 hours left, let's look at what we've got going here. Manticore, it took you like what, we had 18 hours, so it took you 13 hours to travel about a quarter of the way there. They're not going to make it. Let's go ahead and start dismantling this base. Let's start with training facilities because we'll get something back for those. 125 materials, 50 tech. How much does it take to make one of those? Which one of these? There it is. Yeah, so we're getting like a 50% refund, which is better than just letting them get destroyed, because then it's going to cost a ridiculous amount to rebuild them, and we don't have the funds to do it. So let's take down these training facilities. We will take down the archaeology lab here as well. The store. None of those we really absolutely needed. We don't need the access lift. I would like to keep the satellite uplink. I'd like to keep the vehicle bay. I'd like to keep all of this stuff, honestly, but it's going to get overrun. This stuff is all going to get damaged. And at least this way we can build these elsewhere, maybe. Ouch. We'll keep the satellite uplink, vehicle bay, and energy generator, but the rest is getting scrapped. we have enough? Yeah, we have plenty of living quarters elsewhere. So we have plenty of bases. And that did give us a lot of materials. Oof, this stuff's all gonna get destroyed. Or heavily damaged. I don't know about destroyed. Let's send Masked Manticore. Let's cancel your plans to get down there. Let's send you back somewhere where you'll be more useful. Can I select you, please? Yeah, it doesn't tell you how long the trip's gonna take, but that's way more than 5 hours. Instead, we're gonna send you team over to this Protean Mutane field. You'll get there eventually. Probably would have been a lot closer not if you hadn't gone to the other hemisphere, but it's worth it now. Let's take a look at how the rest of the teams are doing with their recoveries. So the gift, you are still waiting for this Aspida. That's 2 days away. Scout. Wait. I didn't. Oh no, Scout here. We sent you here for the medical facility. Armis is getting healed. Carrier is... Scooby is being repaired. Chariot. Ripper is being healed. You guys turned around and Tenuous, you're heading for trades. Crew Scout fully healed. Phoenix base ransacked. Yeah, look at that. Our forces were overrun by invaders. Base has suffered serious damage, as expected. Phoenix base, our first base, overrun. Ouch, everything's damaged. We're gonna go ahead and repair the energy generator. We'll also repair the satellite uplink. We'll hold off on the vehicle bay for now. 2 days. Let's see what happens. We kind of need another team on this part of the world, honestly. What I'm going to do for now, though, is we're going to build a couple training facilities here. We're going to build a training facility here. Maybe 2. And then we're going to spread... We need more research, so we lost 2 of each. 2 research, 2 fabs. So let's go through our bases and just maybe see if we can build some of those in places that are safer or that don't have a lot of things already. Like, kind of makes sense to not have too many of each facility in one place, just in case the facility does get destroyed, because then we won't lose as many at once. So any place that doesn't have either a research or a fab, let's make sure they do. Like, they kind of all do already. Phoenix Delta. Yeah, Phoenix Delta doesn't have anything. So this one, North Africa, I guess. We need a fab more than anything else here. Definitely don't need this store. Let's build a fab here. Okay, what else do we have besides Phoenix Delta? Avionics. Avionics has a fab and no research. Okay. Symes Memorial doesn't have either. So that's going to be 4 fabs. This will be 5 fabs. Phoenix Logistic B has a research. Alpha has a research. Aeronautics. Aeronautics, where are you? And how come we haven't repaired your satellite uplink? Oh right, we didn't repair this satellite uplink because it's already pretty well covered, but it might make sense to have at least a fab plant here. So let's repair that one. Costs $245.70 versus building one from fresh is $350. Okay, it's definitely better to repair. So I think that would bring us up to 6 fabs, 6 researchers. So after we finish these repairs, maybe we'll put another research facility up here. But we're pretty low on tech now. We'd like to make a couple more of the archaeology probes, because we still haven't found all of the archaeology facilities we need. Oof, and we're pretty much out of tech. Okay, so we get to make one more archaeology probe, and it won't be done until the Aspida's done. We're still hurrying the Aspida along. We do have personnel, recruits available. A heavy. Yeah, we don't need a recruit. I think we've got too many bases is basically what's happening, but we need more materials, more everything. Let's get it going. Tenuous, are you trading for us? Oh, right. The scout finished healing. These guys, they're going to head up to avionics. And hopefully by the time they get there, maybe the gift will have an Aspida that we can bring. And we'll sort them out. Chariot, you're going to do the same thing. And I think we need another vehicle and another Aspida. Trading for tech here. We're going to give food for tech. We've got plenty of food. Not anymore though. Okay, that was a good deal. Got a lot of tech for a reasonable amount of food, and now we can head to Anu and trade some of it back and end up ahead with food. But before we do that, we can go do the same thing and get some material for tech trades going there. New Jericho's sharing some research with us. Materials for tech here is going to drop our materials, but our tech is getting nice and high again. Could probably do one more of those here, but maybe it makes sense to do the Anu trade for food first. Or head back to New Jericho and trade some tech here. Let's do that. Inaccessible is still healing. Scout's on its way. Carrier is done healing. Okay, so as soon as these guys are done healing, we could send them to a exploration over there. There's also that scavenging mission up there they might be interested in. And Masked Manticore, you're still coming down for a Protean mutating field mission, which looks like it might be the next thing we run into. Research completed here, that is medical nanites. A new generation of medical nanites has been developed, which are more flexible and better capable of directly interfacing with human biology. They can help regenerate damaged tissue at an increased rate and can even support organ function in case of severe injury. Their application has significantly shortened patient recovery times. New research available, and medical bay healing at base is increased by 50%. Nice. And 20% healing bonus in battle. Or plus 20 healing bonus, not a percent. That was new research available. Destroy, yeah, I'm not sure what the new research was. Oh, advanced nanotech probably. First damage point of poison, virus, acid, and fire applied per attack is ignored. Okay, well that is interesting. I'm not sure how valuable that is immediately. Mist repellers might be nice to start bringing up, but we're never going to have the materials to do that. Yeah, but that's pretty much all we have to research is advanced nanotech. I guess probably a bit fabrication plant efficiency would be nice. We could finish that. Advanced lasers, that would be nice. Let's get this advanced nanotech research underway because it's pretty short. And then we'll switch back to the production robotics. Masked Manticore on their way. We're going to trade here tech for materials, spending some of the materials we just got in order to bring our tech back up. Or other way around, spending some of the tech we got to bring our materials back up. And then we'll head over and trade some tech for food. Inaccessible, you are done healing. So you guys can actually start heading out on your next mission. Let's go to this exploration site first. We will bring the carrier along with you. Carrier is finished repairing Scooby. You guys are good to go. Masked Manicore is probably going to reach this first. And that was Phoenix Avionics. Space info here says we have 3 more days to finish those construction facilities. Ugh, I really don't relish the idea of just waiting here for 3 days for these guys to start training. I think we're gonna have to sort that out and get you guys moving down to here. Did both vehicles arrive? Yeah, they did. Let's see what's happening in this space. That is Phoenix Avionics 9, Chariot, and Scout. Okay, so Scout has higher level 4, 3, 5, and 3. I think we send Tommy over with them on the Scout. And then that's 5. So I like having 5 per vehicle. These people all here, I think we're just going to drop you off at this Phoenix Avionics training facility for now. And then everyone is just going to wait there for now until we get another Aspida up. And we really need 2 Aspidas. But yeah, those teams are just too low level. It's too dangerous sending them out in the field without help. And we have another day for their Aspida to arrive. So they're gonna hang tight there. Also gives me way less vehicles to manage for now, although yeah, sending vehicles out on trades might be nice, but there's just not enough Synedrian in this world to trade with. Instead, I guess what we're going to do is hope you don't get ambushed, and we're going to send the Scout out to do exploration missions here. There is this mission here. There's also a normal scavenging site here. I'm afraid of sending these guys on missions without support, so let's go there and start an exploration there. Trade for food here. Above 1,000 food, that's where I like to be. We can send, what's this haven doing? No trade. Could send you here for some materials next. And we'll start these explorations as they occur. Scavenging site. Okay, they uncovered a scavenging site there. That is the B team. I think they're capable of doing that, so I think we'll probably do that mission. Let's take a look at how these teams are looking. That is inaccessible. And inaccessible starts with Charlie. Charlie is sort of just a spider pack deployer for us, since he's our only mutoid. He could probably use a little bit more on his stats, but he's maxed out in terms of his skills. I also am pretty happy with his loadout, although this crossbow is terrible. I wish there was a better weapon for him. Besides Charlie, we also have... I want to make sure this is the right team. So Charlie, Citizen Eileen, Tyzok, Mist, and Jen. Citizen Eileen. She has too much gear. I think I decided this light sniper rifle, while kind of nice, just isn't really worth it. So we're going to drop that off, and we're going to arm her with the Gungnir. I guess it's nice of her, like, the Gungnir does almost as much damage as the Pythagoras, or to everything. Doesn't have as nice a range, though. Maybe she'll keep both. She does have, that does leave her carrying a whole lot of ammo for all of her various weapons. I guess you don't really need the Hephaestus pistol ammo. The main thing this is useful for is for Chirons firing worms at us. It's nice to have a pistol to be able to shoot those with. She doesn't really need all of this junk though, especially not the grenades, but she does have the strength. Okay, after Eileen, and double checking that I didn't miss things there, after Eileen we have Tyzok. Tyzok is now carrying a shotgun. We did try the Vidar grenade launcher and decided that it's kind of crap. In fact, it might be time to just go through and scrap things also. Maybe I'll do that before we start the next mission. She's got a shield. Shield basically works as back armor because I rarely actually deploy these. She has plenty of ammo for everything, plenty of space, a bunch of grenades. I think we're pretty happy with her loadout. She does have 20 points to spend. We could keep upping her willpower. We're not going to give her these skills because of the negatives. Let's up her willpower to 15 for now. We have 430 points. We could start spending on the noobs also. Mist is pretty tight. I like how Mist is coming along. Very nice weapon. Goliath has served us well for blowing stuff up. More willpower works for me. Maybe more strength would be nice too, just to bump your encumbrance up. What else do you have here? I guess we're saving for resourceful because that's a +2 strength. Plus the carry weight bonus. $13 willpower is kind of a weird place to leave willpower though. Yeah, let's do this. That gives you a lot more carry bonus and some more hit points, hopefully. Next down the line is Jen. Jen is holding a whole lot of grenades. I think maybe we want to make a second Gungnir for Jen. For now, I guess I'm happy with this. You have 40 points to spend though, Jen. Did you level up recently? You must have. Yeah, let's get you that marked for death. Let's get you quarterback. Let's get you all of these, in fact. Except for this. We don't care about mounted weapons on you. Let's get you marked for death, at least. And quarterback, yeah. Grenade range and speed. You're carrying all those grenades. I like the idea of extra speed on you, although I've never been quite sure how those bonuses work because they don't show up on your stats here. We will also... Nothing. You're fine. We're not doing anything else. You're gonna be fine. You have 20 strength. Yeah, we'll save the points. Okay, and that's everybody on the B team that we're going to look at for now. The B team also has Scooby with them. One thing I did want to do is just go through our items and scrap the stuff we don't actually need. Like this poison grenade. We're never going to use poison grenades. They're not great. Crossbow quiver we can keep. Poison grenade we can chuck. The Zeus grenades, they've been... I think they might have been useful against the pure, but nothing else really. We don't really need a second spider pistol. We're never going to use the tier 1 again, I hope. We might use the Hawk sniper rifle again. I'm not sure. The Vidar we're definitely not using. We've got too many Neurazers. They don't really do enough damage to be worth it. We really need a better way to knock creatures out, but it's basically the Aspida or nothing. Can't get rid of this Firebird for some reason. The Hawk, I'm keeping the magazine. I guess I'm keeping the weapon. Can't get rid of the Firebird magazine. Cypher handguns are useless. I mean, they're not useless. They're just not really that great. Hell cannon. I hate the hell cannon. Can't get rid of it. We'll get rid of the magazines. Fire grenades. We're getting rid of those. We have one Ares assault rifle. I think. Let's scrap what we have so far. Can we make? Can we make all of the? No, we can't. Why can't I see all the weapons? There we go. Yeah, we can make Deimos, so we don't need Ares. We can get rid of the Hell 2 cannon now. Good. We still can't. Oh, we can get rid of this. Great. Yeah, it's just doing this weird gray out thing that is confusing me, but it's not really graying things out. Ares, we're not going to need. I think we have way too many mech arms ammo, but I don't care. These Fury rockets, I hate the Fury rockets. We're never going to use those again. The Gauss sniper rifle is not very good, but it's like if we run out of the other kind, I guess it's okay. BDM Defender, we only have the one tech. I don't know if we're ever going to get another one. Deceptor MG, I hate it, but it's better than the tier 1, I guess. Is it true? Yeah, it's better. Tier 1 served us well at the beginning, but it's just not that great. The Bulldog assault rifles I hate. We'll get rid of those. And their magazines. We'll keep one Dante, I guess. Keep the Purification Grenades Harrower magazine. I don't think we know how to make a Harrower yet, so this seems like a waste of having their shredding shotgun magazines around. Slam Strike versus Iconoclast. I doubt if we'll ever give anybody a Slam Strike. But I just feel like we've never really given it a shot. The Viara is a terrible sniper rifle. We don't need them. I think I'd rather go in empty-handed than with these independent weapons. Udar, same thing. I don't really care for the independent weapons. They're pretty much just here to get scrapped. We have a couple of Yats we can throw away. And there we've scrapped everything that I really think we're never going to use. That's quite a lot of materials that we ended up scrapping for, so that's good. And I think I'm going to call it there. Next time we'll do this scavenging mission and see how the B team fares with Scooby on that. Starting with a mission feels like the right way to go rather than trying to stretch this out and end with the mission. So hopefully I'll see you next time. Thanks so much for watching. This has been Phoenix Point. Bye for now.